And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Bravely Default. I'm your host, the RPG guy, and we're gonna keep moving along here. We've gotten our new jobs. We're gonna be building those up a little bit as we go on here. Again, we're gonna try to get all of the three of them to level 3. See where Tiz is by the time they do that, and then decide whether to take them all to level 4 and just kind of keep the momentum going. But I'm not like going to go too against the grain of my initial plan here, and whatnot. So something for me to keep pointing out. The trader is completed. We've got 9 minutes on the weapons. We may as well have them maybe do accessories. Yeah, 10 minutes to 9 minutes, that's fine. Alright. As we head into the Temple of Wind. Yay! The Temple of Wind, also known as my butthole after Mexican food.
Do you feel that?
Monsters roaming here, and quite a few.
Inside the temple?
Whoop.
How? What happened to this place, Agnes?
The crystal of wind was swallowed up in darkness.
Darkness.
Yes, at the chasm in Kaldisla. It opened at the same time the crystal lost its light. And the dark that consumed it continues to breed more darkness still. I expect that font of shadows is to blame for drawing these creatures here.
Not
You don't
good.
say.
Yet we've no choice. Keep vigilant as we proceed. A moment's distraction could prove fatal.
Make sure I can double check my audio here. And try to keep bleed over. I got something on my ear right now, so I have to use the computer speakers versus using my headset like I would normally do. What's daily life here like for you, Agnes? Life in the temple? The acolytes and I offered our prayers to the crystal every day without fail. Oof, no days off. The sole purpose for the Vestal and Acolyte's existence is to see those prayers go on unbroken. I see. Each day we would awaken with the sun and perform morning prayers. I couldn't drag myself out of bed that early. That's just about bedtime for me. Sure, because you're out philandering all night. So if you wake up at dawn, when do you go to sleep? Our days ended with the sun setting. It all sounds very disciplined, harsh even. Perhaps, but I cherished it. Even now, I long to return to that life dearly. You know, you can long for a lot of things, but don't mean it won't happen. So, nice. Head over this way. Because I like free stuff, and I'm pretty sure y'all like getting free stuff too. So let's see here. Nope. Let's see how this plays out for us. That's some good damage right there, not gonna lie. That's better damage. And there it is. Or rather, there it is.
What's all this on the floor?
The Crystalist scriptures.
Oh, what sort of things do they say?
Dauntless Seeker, offer your prayers unto the crystals. So too shall the Vestal, in accordance with the teachings. Their resplendent light shall cleave a path through darkest night, and banish fear from every shadow. The scriptures have been passed down through more than 2 millennia, since the founding of the Orthodoxy. The excerpt I gave is among their most important passages.
I've heard it. From one of the old shepherds, when I was young.
It's that famous then? I've never read them, nor heard them quoted.
It looks as if someone tried to carry them away from here.
The Acolytes. They were women of exceptional faith. I expect they came here desperate to protect these writings.
This stain upon the floor. I'm afraid it's blood.
Can't clearly be good. And then we go. Again, much like previous battles throughout the game, there's going to be a big pattern of us just kind of letting the game do its thing. The battles, again, in this game are not so intricate that it needs all of our attention through and through. Okay. We get a remedy for our trouble. Ooh, we get first strike. Again, another battle down. We'll be down here. Here we go. A lot of job points coming through for us here, as characters are leading their job levels to go up. Abate wind supportability, which would mean the reduction of wind damage. In a wind temple, probably a good idea, but we don't need to really set it up at this exact moment. The wind damage we're taking is nominal at best. As we get a delicious high potion. Ether, a timely ether. You know, if we really, again, want to speed this along here, let's do... We're just going to try it this battle. If it burns through too much of her MP, then we'll change it around. But right now, I'm curious to see how it goes. Because it could save us some time here. if the timing, we can keep that timing consistent, that's definitely the better strat. Alright, so same deal, I guess. Tiz levels up, always a good thing. Same battles before. As you can see, again, if you do a little bit of grinding, the random encounters in new dungeons early on tend to be mostly just clearly me doing this. As the game progresses, though, this option will slowly start to disappear of powering through battles like this. Not in a big way, but yeah, you definitely can't keep doing this kind of strategy through a lot of it. Let me just double check. Quick too, we can also work on this here. So so either I work on special maneuvers, or we can definitely want to work on this to get the accessories kind of closer to where we would like them. And to be honest, there's never a reason not to work on inventory items. As tempting as it is to ignore some of them, it's like having access to good items in dungeons from the merchant is always going to be a priority. Not gonna lie.
This is terrible.
It's like a storm swept through in the middle of supper. What are these scraps of cloth?
Habits.
Huh? Oh, I'm so sorry.
They belonged to the acolytes who lived here. They were tasked with looking after me. I owe them all so much.
Where have they gone?
Where have they all gone? It looks like they are all brutally murdered by magic, I believe. Never mind. You know what? Actually, I believe it's after this. Damn. And Tiz should level up his job to there when he learns Ironclad. That one I want to check out, but I believe ultimately Ironclad is neat, but not a necessity. Yeah, clearly it's a skill. If we go over here, Ironclad. Start at the beginning of a turn to raise your physical defense to the maximum level for the entire turn. Yeah, it's neat. It's better than regular blocking, but ultimately it's not that necessary. It's good if you're going to block a major attack, but beyond that, it's not a big deal. There we go. And we get the peace ring. Yay. Three statues. Dia gains a level. Yeah, those early levels of Merchant and Thief are going quite quickly, which is good. The job points of this area are definitely very generous. Actually, they've got the wrong stuff equipped, don't they? I'll fix it in a minute. About to have a change anyway, so not gonna worry about it yet. I'll grab this. There we go. We'll raise her magic attack, and then the rod also there, do that, and then we will put the two staffs that we have here. They raise. There we go. And just because we haven't done anything about it yet. Nice. I believe these owl. You saw that owl dude we're walking up to. I'm gonna go up and talk to him, but I don't think we can do anything currently with him. So just keep that in mind. White Knight support ability. Speed 10% up, support ability, nice. Okay, yeah, I think we need a specific class for that. I want to say it's a casting class. I want to say it's Summoner. And then it's kind of like the things you did in Final Fantasy X where you fought to learn new summons, or you fought to challenge the summoner class, blah 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 blah. Something along that line, I believe. Again, for us currently, it's not relevant. Nice. And actually, with the amount of job points we're getting, we're probably going to keep these classes on for a little while longer.
Just awful. It's in complete chaos.
Yet swallowed up in silence. And in that stillness, grief. This place is steeped in sadness.
The women here made themselves a human shield that I might get away.
And now, all of them gone. It's Narende all over again.
Yet, I haven't the leisure to send them on, or to mourn them. I'm not allowed even the luxury of grief. They sacrificed themselves.
We
that I
consider
might
grief
protect
a
the
luxury
crystal.
anyway.
I'll not betray them. I swear it. No matter what happens.
Surely you can allow yourself to grieve.
I pray for them, that they may know peace. But for now, I must press onward.
Her rage
The
fist.
crystal altar is just beyond. Follow me.
Her rage fist. Ooh, let's deal with that before I forget. That way we can run out of here pretty quickly as needed. And there's a mithril dagger. We're going to equip that now. And if we look at equipment here, you can see we've got access to some pretty decent stuff. We don't have a lot for, white mage staff involvement, so definitely something for us to consider. As it clearly raises mind. The carving knife, has lost its means. The bastet claws would be good for a monk, but we may even get better ones later. But we're gonna grab one of those for now while we have the money. The angel's bow, again, not that interested in it currently, in bowed weapons right now, and it's pretty pricey. When definitely the sage's staff would be better. Blessed shield, again, shields are cool, but we're not using shields currently, so there's not really a reason to necessarily go out of our way for that. Now the lambent hat is interesting because if we look at our characters, currently they've got tricorns that raise magic attacks. So do the lambent hats raise magic attack further? They do, at $900 a pop. It also raises magic defense and even physical defense too. So overall, the lambent hat is a better hat for our casters currently, so it wouldn't hurt to get two of those. The rainbow dress, again, very, very nice. Raises magic attack as well, so only by a little bit, but we will pick it up because we can afford it. And I don't really care. As much as this stuff is great, yeah, we're not gonna fiddle too much with that. Alright, we can't afford the sage stuff, but I think defense is more important than offense right now. That's for sure. So we'll put on rainbow dress. And theoretically we could get rid of the tricorn and the silk robe. I am okay with dumping that. That might give us some money, but not very much. The round shields are pretty much out of date. We'll dump that now. Same with the bronze helm. Leather cap. I wanna... No, we have red hats, so leather cap can go. The painty hat can go, as can the tricorns. Feather hat, well, we've got red caps, so we'll get rid of both of those. Leather armor versus iron armor. Silk robe, we have rainbow robes, so what do we got? That. And the bronze breastplate, so the hempen tunic and the linen cuirass can both go. Bronze gauntlets are useless pretty much at this point. We'll keep everything else for now. As far as weapons go, broadswords are better than long swords, so there's... Oh, wait a minute. Which one's better? Oh, yeah. Get rid of what we're not going to use. Well, I want to keep the ogre clubs. The regular rods are pretty much defunct now that mithril rods are showing up. The two daggers can go. We'll keep the mage masher and the kukri. Again, that's 23 versus 14, so we'll sell one of these. Okay, so we want to have 2 monks and we don't have 2 sets of bastet claws. Again, 2 spears we're going to keep because we don't really have much substitution for that. I think we're good with everything else. Again, we have enough for a single sage's staff. I'm reluctant to buy. We'll buy 1. How about that? Because we're short another one, but it's better than nothing. Yeah. Yeah, the only way we can make that work is to sell the simian staff. That would put us at 1,500. I don't remember what it was now. I don't think we need 2 kukri, because we do have the thief's knife. No special effects. Yeah, we don't really need these. We're going to keep the mage masher. We really need these. Against my better judgment. And at least this brings our character's gear around a bit better, I would say. They're not as up to date as they could be, but they're much better off than they were before. And not that they even needed it either, but they are better off. I love wake up bell when we get one. Not really, I mean... Luckily, we'll have a nice stockpile of that kind of stuff.
It's enormous.
That's what she said.
Stories I'd never expected.
No! Its light is dimmer still than when I left. I've watched over the crystal all my life, but this... I've never seen this.
We need to release it from the darkness. Agnes, you know what to do, don't you?
The Mother Vestal, my predecessor, showed me as a child. A right to cleanse the crystal of any evil to befall it. I'm to sharpen my focus to a single point and align my breathing to the thrum of the crystal's natural rhythm. Every Vestal to come before me has poured her prayers into the crystal. The time has come to draw upon that store of will and awaken it.
You do your office proud. Now for the final step.
The Vestal garb.
Right. Without that to serve as a conduit, you won't be able to set the crystal to resonating.
The Mother Vestals was stored in the reliquary.
Lead the way. Once we have that, we can begin the rite of awakening.
Alright, so we gotta get this deal with the garble sorted out, of course. Nice, and we get a gift, and that's 11 seconds. We'll just wait for it to finish, but what is this? Remedies. Okay, the ability to buy remedies are a big deal. So, you know, we're definitely gonna tackle that. The red Melita, and then we'll do this one more time. This will get, reflect rings are very useful. Anybody who's played an RPG game, you know reflect rings. The ability to reflect spells without having to cast the reflect spell itself is always a big deal. So we're definitely going to partake in that. So now we've got some work cut out for us. Not anything major, but we're going to be traveling northeast here, but we're going to go back to the town. Oops, there we go. Because we have a few things that... There we go. Finish that map. I'm not playing Final Fantasy IV, man. Remake, man, where you have to finish the map. Just get through it, man. Ooh, they get first strike. They're gonna need it. But look at, even Ring-a-Bell's now starting to output damage with those Sage Staffs. Hence a reason it's worth investing into them. Just even if it's just a little bit. And like I said, there's no reason to take them off Merchant yet. The Vestal Guard must be somewhere in the temple. Oops! Whoops! Did I forget to grab it? I might have. Oh. Yep. Getting ahead of myself.
That's the garb you need?
Yes, this is it. But the dark has beaten us here.
Well.
Oh, look at it. It's in tatters. And it must have been such a beautiful piece.
It may not serve its function in this state, yet no other set remains to us.
What now, then? We can't perform the rite without it.
Why not give it a try as is? Even without its sacred power, the frock is deliciously holy.
Stop talking, Ring-a-Bell.
If this garb is destroyed, can we make a new one?
A set of holy vestments used in some miraculous ritual? Sure, Tiz. Let me ask my tailor.
No, he's right. That's it. We must speak with the old sage of the Yuliana Woods. He has seen to the creation of the Vestal's garbs and other ceremonial tools for generations. There's no finer craftsman. I met him only once, as a small child together with the Mother Vestal.
You don't
A
say.
decade has passed. I cannot say whether he is still there, or even alive,
But if he can make us a new set of vestments, why are we still standing around talking?
Finally, Aerie says something
I've
of
never
value
heard
here.
of these woods. Where are they? How will we get there?
I recall the forest being uncommonly dense. Also, there was a lake.
If it's large enough to float a ship, I'll land us there. Now, what of the ladies of Yuliana? Are there many ladies?
Ignore him. Can we be certain this lake hasn't rotted through like the oceans? That's not how I fancy ending my life.
Well, what does Ring-a-Bell's journal have to say on the matter?
Let's have a look. Ah, here we are. Yuliana, yes. The hidden heart of an ancient wood, northeast of Ansheim.
Given the book's owner, I have expected some note about the lack of women there.
Women or no, that's our next destination.
Oh my god.
Indeed, but since we're going, let's hope for ladies.
Ring a bell, you perv. He's drunk on the power of hoping for the giggity. No, god damn it. I just assume that's the right way, you know? Clearly I missed it. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Luckily for us, we got plenty of healing magic. The Ring of Bell has not really had to do much. Again, if you know, it's one of the few games where the best defense is a good offense, and just making sure that you kill most of the enemies before they get a turn. And then you're not going to take a lot of damage, and in turn, not going to need to heal very much. So let's head back to Ansheim here. Mainly just so we can heal up and save. There's really no items we need to buy or anything like that that I can think of. If you're low on healing potions and stuff, and you've been outclassed by a lot of the enemies in the surrounding area, then yeah, definitely stock up as you need to, but you really probably don't need to. I mean, again, if you're taking, you know, crap loads of damage from the local flora and fauna, I would have to say that you're maybe mildly underleveled. I know I'm a little overleveled, but level 18 is about right. Especially if you're trying to build up the classes of the characters that you have, then you should be making sure that you are doing pretty good on your gear here. And just for the chief seats too, because we've been picking up accessories, I haven't really talked a lot about them. Again, Thief's Gloves are great if we wanted to steal from somebody. The Peace Ring nullifies Confuse. And so those are all things that we kind of care about, but we don't run into it very often, and when we do, it's not the end of the world, so to speak. So, again, it's not something I would actively worry about. You know, making sure you have sorted out or what have you. It's really not a big deal. We shouldn't even get to the next character because, yeah, we just do so much damage. Over the seas, the lights go on. We're shoving right off. We're shoving right off again. Juliana Woods Needleworks. Yay!
Yes, this feels familiar. It's been ages, but this is it. We were here. The Mother Vestal, I, and Olivia.
Was that strange, distant groaning here then, too? Or am I the only one who's thoroughly unsettled right now?
You're not alone. The lack of women here is positively chilling.
Oh, God.
Though it seems someone lives here.
Hello? Is anyone there?
I thought I heard something. This place draws few visitors, I fear, and me fewer still. So, to whom do I owe this pleasure?
I am Agnes Oblige, sir. Vestal of Wind.
Little Agnes, is it? Oh, you have grown, child. You were scarce more than a little sprout when your predecessor brought you here. Now look at you, a fine woman you've become. Fine and plump and pleasantly jiggly.
It's Ring a Bell's dad?
Ugh, lovely. It's a geriatric ring-a-bell.
Pretty much.
Then you are indeed the sage I seek. I fear I do not remember your name, sir.
Oh, we are a lot alike in that, my dear. Not many people around these parts to call me by it. Whatever it was. Sage will do just fine by me. It is what the last Vestal called me. At her heels, you. Thage, Thage, you'd call. A more charming little echo I've never heard.
Well, I am glad to have found you.
Feels rather good to hear a pretty young thing like you was looking for me.
Oh,
Seems
God.
I've not quite lost my charm. Now, you called
If I'm ever this
yourself
much of a horn
Vestal.
dog when I'm old,
I
just
take it
freaking
that
beat me to
means
death
the
with a kendo
last
stick, please.
Vestal is...
Yes, sir. Her tenure as Vestal ended 5 years ago. Her life, a year later.
I see. A sad loss for all of us. She was fair but firm, very firm. She had taut curves fit to drive
Oh my
a
God,
man
Sage.
mad.
We shall be needing an in-depth account, good sage. Also, a briefing on any wild women of the woods.
Stop talking. Just stop.
You've quite the following, my dear. I had thought
I don't
the
remember
Vestals
this
forswore
game having
all
this much
contact with the
pervness to it, but
outside world.
heaven forbid if I can remember anything. And I'm surprised it all got past the Nintendo
They are
censor as
assisting
well.
me in my task.
Oh, assistance, eh? I see. Oh, and such colorful characters they are. I've kept you out here long enough. Come inside. I see. Well, that's quite the story. You've been brave to come this far, Agnes.
I'd not have managed on my own. I owe Tiz a great debt.
Well, perhaps it is we've come to the harrowing.
The harrowing?
The
Harrowing?
swelling dark is a harbinger, lad, as is the fall of the temples, the dulling crystals, the great chasm.
You don't say.
It is the Vestal's calling to see that darkness purged. I must awaken the 4 crystals.
Awaken them?
Absolutely astonishing!
Huh? What?
I took the liberty of stealing a peek at the ladies' fashions you've assembled in the next room, good sir. Each is a beauty fit to outshine the next. Their allure had me spellbound. Spellbound, I tell you.
Ugh.
I'm
He even thinks
impressed
women's
the
clothing
level
is
your
making
scarce
is something worth
can
getting
properly appreciate them.
getting all
I would
uppity over.
gladly
Oh
talk
boy.
the night away with a man of your genius.
Oh boy.
You're a
No.
matched pair.
Ring a bell, please. We're in the middle of an important discussion.
As am I, my friend. This is art, romance. You'll come to understand in a few years. And as I recall, we didn't come here to talk. We came to procure Vestal garb as quickly as possible. While you were chatting, I searched. My efforts bore unexpected fruit, that's all.
So, you've come to me because of your need for new vestments, have you?
I have. The garb housed in the temple was lost to the darkness. We found it in scraps, sir.
Those garbs are woven from rainbow thread. No substitute will suffice.
And is this thread something you keep on hand?
I fear not, my dear. The Vestal to wear the garb must procure the thread herself. It is tradition. The last Vestal of Wind did so, as did her predecessor and countless Vestals before. Even had I the thread used to craft the last Vestal's garb, I could not fashion it into aught of use to you.
I understand. Tell me where I must go.
Of course, my child. But come, the day is nearly spent. Stay the night. Oh yes, if you girls would like, I would be happily obliged to make space in my own bed for you.
Oh, unacceptable.
Likewise.
Then let the two of us pass the night in ardent conversation.
Old man denied. Denied indeed. Why is it? Because he's a raging pervert.
Good morning. Slept well, I trust? Idea, was it? How about making a nip of breakfast now for an old man, eh?
What? Why should I cook for you?
Because a young beauty's home-cooked meal is far more appetizing than anything I might make myself, of course. Given her upbringing, I've grave doubts the Vestal could boil water, let alone cook. That leaves you.
Food can wait, Sage. Now the location of the rainbow thread, if you please.
And yes, jealous are you? Oh, that's adorable.
Oh god, this is going on and on.
You're no fun at all. Very well.
That is
then.
one of the
I've
negatives of
prepared
this
a
game,
light
and there's some
meal while
other
you were
games that
sleeping.
have this problem where they just
Before you
go
go,
on and on and on over
you'll find
nonsense.
the rainbow thread
Wordy
very
for the sake
deep
of
in
being
the
wordy
tree
rather
that
than
is far
actually
west of
being
here.
deep or
I
interesting.
shall mark it upon your map.
And this is a problem of this is a problem commonly seen in this generation of RPGs as well. And we still have party chats to dick around with too. Again, that is my criticism of a lot of this period. So Sweet Sorrow, how about a nip of breakfast for an old man? Haha, he cooks just fine. Quite, it was nothing especially fancy or out of the ordinary, but it went down fine. I thought it was really good, actually. Likewise, I wonder why he would have wanted you to cook for him, Medea. All alone out here in the woods, maybe he's missing the taste of the big city. Aw, when you put it that way, I feel bad for saying no. What sort of food do you like to cook, Adia? I haven't cooked enough to have a specialty or anything, but if I had to pick something, I might make a mean jam and butter omelet. Beg your pardon? Or whipped chestnut and sweet potato toast. Or have you ever tried marshmallow and condensed milk risotto? No, but it sounds sweet, painfully so. Yet mother and father were left speechless by its amazing deliciousness. I'd be happy to whip some up for you next time. Alright, next time. Yeah, it sounds pretty freaking terrible, not gonna lie. Okay. Really quick, we've got some updated things here, which we've already completed some of this naturally. Hunt for hidden items. I think we found that already. Oh, it already says cleared. Let's see. So the SP menu, stop time and strike, equipped with optimum. That one's easy. We can actually do that right now on characters that won't change too much. Now that it does, more damage, but really, you can see that the damage is actually, the output is about the same. Why it went to the Isinokami, I don't really know. Aim 90, crit 15, physical attack 20 versus... So his physical attack is better. But I just don't see the point in using this. Especially because he's not, I don't think he's versed in it as much. Is that even really a thing? Let me double check. Actually, doesn't look like it. But what's strange is that the Isinokame two-handed seems just as good of a weapon as what he's got. I think it's because of the rating. This is an S rating. And so because his rating is so good with this weapon, it's as effective as him using the Isinokame. Thus rendering the Isinokame useless to him because he's better with a sword. And we should really keep that sword in the primary here. Again, those little quests, we'll do them as we can. I don't really care that much about them, so... Okay, and we've unlocked, let's see, we should probably unlock Remedy. Ooh, nice. 9 minutes left. What do we got here? X Potion. About 30 minutes to learn it. I'm kind of okay with that. Again, X Potion is just, it's another strong potion. And strangely enough, this fox has stuff for us to buy. Now we can't afford much if really anything here. We can afford a few things that we might want to consider. Now the Mithril Dagger versus the Thieves Dagger, as you can see, not really much better for Edea, so there's no reason for us to buy it. Mithril Knuckles I don't think will be better than the Knuckles that we can buy from the merchant. But we have Mithril Sword, and Mithril Rod, and Mithril Staff. The Staff is not as good. The Mithril Rod is gonna probably be somewhat useful. I guess we need one of these and maybe one more of these. Though this can be held off for now because we have access to the Mithril Staff. The most important thing on there, to be frightfully honest, is going to be the Mithril Sword. And that will give us enough for that sword right away. Boom. Definitely want that sword. And really, with that said, we should sell the... Could sell the other long sword. I don't think we'll need to. Two staves are out because we got better staffs available to us. I think we'll sell the iron knuckles. You know, see, we don't, even if we sell all this stuff, we're not gonna have enough money. Let's take a look here for a moment. Yeah, 2 Mithril Daggers would output the damage more. So, but again, that's money we don't really have. So we got the most important thing. I want to buy one more Mithril Rod, I would think. Mithril Staffs we don't need. The Knuckles I don't think we'll need either. So really it's just a matter of buying a Mithril Rod, and if there's enough left, buy a Mithril Dagger. And then I think we would be rather set. All the usual fare there. And all the usual fare there. Let's make a save, because saving is our friend. And yeah, I think I'm going to buy some of that gear. I'm probably going to pick up another Mithril Sword. So we need about $3,200 bucks. But let me just check out our random battles in the overworld here, because I do have the suspicious feeling that the enemies around here may not be great to level off of, and then if that's true, we may want to take care of a few things. But you know what? Before we do anything else, let's grab some stuff for. Oh shoot. Well, okay, we'll deal with this. And again, we should be doing some pretty good damage to much weaker enemies. We may even have to go a little ahead just to find some decent enemies, because we got 108 gold. I'm gonna call it pieces of gold. 108 bucks is pretty good. Not a lot in the department of. Not a lot in the gear department, but that's fine.
This place holds nothing for us. Let's return to our task.
So we can't even do that. Oh, here we go. Might be some better options here for some money. Well, maybe not. Not if she kills him in one hit like that. Are we really that beefed? Oh, and they don't give. Okay, yeah, and they still don't give a lot, but the money's enough for me to spend just a little bit of time to grab those armaments. We're gonna see if we can get to the cave here, because we can turn encounters off just to run back and gear up. But yeah, we got to be pretty. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty abysmal. Okay, so anyway, this is a great place for us to stop for right now. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Studios, for more live gaming action, because when we come back, we'll have our work cut out in the Vestment Cave for us. It's not going to be as easy as the overworld was, but
What
yeah.
a dank, wretched place. Who knows what's lurking inside? Are we certain we'll find this thread in here?
I wouldn't put it past that sage to be pulling our leg. A slippery old fox, that one.
Said the slippery young fox.
The sage has aided Vestals in their service for at least 2 generations. Let us trust in him for now.
Then we've no reason to stand around debating. Let's press on.
Yeah, really, let's please press on. I'd very much appreciate us moving forward here. We'll check out the enemies here and see if we can, easily get some more XP out of the locals here. If not, we're just gonna do it outside till we get about 3,400 bucks, and then we'll have enough money to buy everything that we want. So anyway, with that said, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.